Hey everybody. Uh, it is Friday morning, and I appreciate you joining me or joining on the recast. This is the first episodes or emails or just basically any of the comments that people make that I think make a good show or something that I want to discuss. And one of the questions, hey Fisted Waffles, how are you, buddy? One of the questions I just get asked over and over and over and over and over are, what is it that you use to create your videos? So I thought I'd grab the electronics and the tools that I use that I would say 99% of the time I use to make videos. And so the first most important thing for me to make videos is my Coke Zero. I have a severe caffeine addiction. It's, hey gentlemen, how you doing? Adrian of Draw or Flips, how are you? Teresa, Matthew, thanks. So everybody asks over and over and over, what is it that you use? So the number one thing that I use more than anything else is my iPhone 8. It's nothing fancy. I paid extra to get the 256 gigs of memory space, and it was worth every penny because I film everything, and then I can just download it to my other computers. I can AirDrop it, or I can actually edit right on there. In fact, I use the editing software iMovie a lot, and I like it. So that's pretty funny, Deathrage. So number one tool, my actual cell phone, and any cell phone will do that. So it just make sure. I think you might have an advantage with the Androids because you can put SD cards in them. I went to the iPhones because the Samsung Galaxies, I went through like five of them in 1 year, and I was done with that. But I do miss having an SD card that goes in and out. That would be fantastic. I do use a tripod a lot. A lot of it's free shooting. I also use the dreaded selfie stick, and then I have some little, and I'll do another episode on the tripods I use later. Um, but those are the those are the things that I use. No, I haven't been to Australia, but I'd love to. So, hey, I appreciate it, Gaming Guy Amber. The other thing that I use is iPads. This is my iPad mini. My son stole that. And one thing that I recommend is a quality OtterBox case because you will drop it, you will get it crushed, smashed. And the device I'm broadcasting on right now is actually a full size iPad Air, and I think it's the first generation of iPad Air. It's been fantastic, and it's also in an OtterBox. And these are just priceless. You can actually set these up on your tripod, and it gives you, when you're using your phone and this, you actually can get multiple angles, and the film work looks the same. There's some things I really like about iMovie. So I don't think we need a moderator right now. There's only 15 people in here, and nobody's being a dick, so we're okay for the moment. But if it gets crazy, I'll let you know. So the other thing, and this is one that I am continually bad at. I had to buy a quality microphone because the mics on the cameras and the iPads are not fantastic, and without a decent microphone, you will be in big trouble. Um, Next, I use a GoPro a lot. I have several GoPros. This is the one I use for most of my water work or my action shots. And the only thing I don't like about the GoPro is you can't see what's going on, but you can actually go to your app and then you can see it. I don't see any tours anytime soon, Adrian. I'm pretty small, man. Um, 10,000 subscribers is awesome for me, and I'm totally thrilled about it, but in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty tiny. I bought an adapter off of GearBest that holds the iPad. I probably should put all these things in the links. So iPad or GoPro, use this constantly. And then I have all kinds of adapters for my GoPros to put them on my bikes, my spear guns, stuff like that. Tools, helmets, masks, paintball guns. So the GoPro is a real valuable tool because it's so adaptable. It's hard to play paintball carrying a phone, right? So if you're trying to do action shots, it's great that you can attach these onto any type of tool or medium outside the car on the. So yeah, you're getting some distortion. Let me move it away. Is that any better? I found that if it's too close, it might be the lights that I have set up. Maybe I should back those off. Is it better? Okay. Yeah, it's probably just too close to the iPad. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for the heads up. And always, as always, anytime I'm broadcasting, if there's a problem, or please let me know. Please let me know. It helps me a ton. So, because I can't hear what you guys hear. So, okay. So, and on that, we go back to the microphone. Microphones make life easy, and I use headphone mics quite a bit. Still better than your phone mic because you're getting a better pickup, and especially when you're walking around with people, this is more. It does better when you're in a crowd or you're moving along. I did it yesterday in the train, and everything came through perfectly. So definitely use mics when you can. And then finally, the drone that I use, I get asked about this all the time, is the Parrot Bebop 2. And it's about the cheapest, what I would say, quality drone out there. And I got a screaming deal on this. It was like $450, and I got a discount because the girl I was dating worked at the store that sold it, and so I got it for like $400. And I use this all the time. It's stupid proof. It's really easy to use. There's no, the DJIs are awesome, but this one's really, really simple to use. These are actually super cheap glasses. I do have Oakleys, but these are my cheap glasses. And the reason I wear them is I have eye damage, and bright lights hurt my eyes. And so without light, though, it looks like we're broadcasting in, a cave. So this is the best option for me to actually do this without squinting the whole time, is the glasses. And I almost always have glasses in daytime because my eyes are so badly damaged. So anyway, just to rehash, those are the things that I've been using to make my videos, and I've been pretty successful with that. I mean, I'm going to be adding, I've had some shots done for me. The girl I was dating uses a really high-end camera, and those shots helped a lot. So I gave my good camera to my daughter. I need to get another one, and I will. I need to get a little point and click, but I haven't had time. So what are you guys using to make your videos right now? It's an iPad. I'm using an iPad Air right now. And the reason I am is the internet in this house is really, really bad, and I need to. But I'm not going to upgrade it because I'm going to move first, and then you're my other neighbor. My other neighbors are awesome, so that's cool. But this is an iPad Air, and I love it. It works great for everything that I do. The only thing that I'd recommend, like with the iPads and the phones, is make sure that you get extra memory, because the iPhones are constantly upgrading and updating, and it just eats your memory up. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. I love the iPad minis. So does my son. I always have to steal this back from him. So it's a constant battle, but they're a really valuable tool. My only complaint is I wish they had an SD card so you could expand the memory, because before I knew what I was doing, all my iPads, I was like, who needs memory, So mine are all 16 and like 32 gigs, which is way too small. When the kids start loading apps up on them, they just eat up right that. The thing I will say, though, is my iPads and my iPhones tend to have 3 times the lifespan of my Android devices, and I think Apple just has a better quality control. So it's kind of a catch-22. So you can either have high quality, or you can have adaptability and expandability. So, let me take a call. Hey, Sinbad.
Oh, how you doing, Derek?
Good. Hey, I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. I'm ready whenever you are. Let me give you a call back, buddy. All right, bye bye. So, Motorola E4. I loved my Motorola phones. I had the Droids when they first came out, and I thought they were fabulous. There's a lot of things about the Androids I really miss. Again, mainly the adaptability and the expandability. So, um, there's nothing new about the neighbors. I'm not really talking about the neighbors right now. So, man, it's crazy. You just try and I'm trying to get this house ready for sale. So I got contractors coming over, and I got people coming to do work, and it's crazy how much work it takes to get a house ready for sale. It's just unbelievable. So I've been good. I've been good. Everything's going well. So just to rehash, those are the things that I'm using. I'll give you one more quick preview. iPhone, GoPro, Parrot Bebop 2, iPad Mini, and iPad, and cheap GearBest microphone. And that's it. It's not a complex procedure. And I used to think that you needed thousands and thousands of dollars of gear to do this, but the truth is you can do this with your phone. No, I'm going to stay in Utah. Yeah, I do need to use. I really do need to learn how to use Photoshop. I had a Photoshop person, and she's gone now, but I probably need to learn it for myself. Um, I love drones. I love my drones. I have this one and a Blade QX 450, and I'm not gonna end. I'm gonna keep doing stuff. I'm just not gonna do. I'm just not gonna let the neighbors get under my skin. That's why, like, so tired of the neighbors that I don't even want to give them any playtime, airtime. I just want to do my channel and do my thing, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you know what? Utah is pretty fortunate for flying drones. Thank you, Teresa. Have a good day. Um, Utah's got a lot of wide open spaces that you can fly and ghost towns. But mostly what I've done is I figured out, like, nobody wants to watch just video of a drone flying around or flying video. When I was first getting it, I was trying it out because I thought it was really cool, but nobody wants to watch just drone video. So what you end up doing is using your drone to give you an overlay of what you're doing. So yeah, Detroit. There's a lot of restricted airspace for sure. So, but there's also a lot of areas you can fly and really cool dynamic shots, especially with the city in ruins. Some of those old libraries and stuff are just epic shots. In fact, if I lived in Detroit, I think I would be doing live broadcasts from abandoned buildings and stuff. No, I'm not selling my channel. So I've worked for 8 years to get this channel, and it's what I do for fun. So Raul, how are you doing, buddy? I do time lapse. That's something new for me, and I also do slow motion. And again, that's all with the iPad and the iPhone. Yes, yeah. So um, I'm still learning how to take proper shots. I went to engineering school. I didn't go to theater school, and so I see these channels where the guys have just got super polished videos, and they got drone shots and multiple angle cameras, and what I've learned is the more you know, the more there is to know. I mean, it just doesn't stop. So you just got to keep developing your talent and your skills. So it's constant learning, and these tools are the way to go. Awesome, awesome. Drew, how you doing? Always like a fellow engineer. Oh, nice, nice. I'm more into the 3D printing stuff, but I did some injection mold. I used to make molds back in the day. A Viper, huh? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not up on the drones like I should be. I pretty much follow the DJI and the Parrot stuff. I'm probably going to end up with a DJI in the future so that I can attach my future DSLR camera, which I don't have yet. But oh, very cool. Hi, how are you, Manrico? So, any other questions about gear or how I do my videos? Um, I don't script very well. Most of it's just off the cuff, which is why it seems somewhat random, and I'm working on that. But it isn't for me. I just do pretty much everything live and off the cuff, and I'm like, this is who I am. This is what I do. I've got some complaints about that. People are like, oh yeah, the channel's too rough, and that's fine. There's a million other channels if you don't like mine. So it'll be bigger. It'll be bigger, and it'll be more set up for actual. So the houses I'm looking at for shop space, so that I can move. I had a machine shop before I got divorced. When I got divorced, I moved everything into the garage here, and it didn't have the power or the size to actually set up the way I wanted. So all the new houses I'm looking at with enough garage space to move my shop in there, my 3D printing area, and then it's got to have enough room for an actual studio. And so, and then the other thing that this house, somebody before I bought it planted ivy and raspberries, and they grow like just I'm fighting a war like Vietnam. I can't cut the bushes down fast enough. So a more defined yard would be awesome, because this yard takes hours a week and I'm tired of it. So this house is not really laid out for my lifestyle and what I do, and it's an old home and it wasn't built right. So how did I get so big? So clearly it was the angry neighbor videos and a couple of my Tannis bike tire videos and some of my tutorial videos on CAD work. And interestingly enough, the videos I hate the most are my biggest videos. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. I'm trying to avoid those people because it just makes me really unhappy, and so I don't like it. And I do this for fun. This is what I do for fun. You know, I broadcast for fun. I make videos for fun. I do projects for fun. And that's my advice to anybody that's doing YouTube, is do what you find fun, because if you don't, it'll be a job. You won't enjoy it, and that will come through in the camera. And then everybody will call you on it. So I just do the stuff that I like. I am going to streamline the channel quite a bit, because we've gotten big enough to start diversifying the topics. And so the machine work and the 3D printing stuff and the tutorials will be moving to Jones Machine Works on YouTube. And and then this channel will be my vlogs and my kids and my projects and the stuff that I do. And then some of the other stuff, the hiking, is going to go to Explore Utah. I'm going to absolutely do a house tour when I get the new one. I've been looking at houses quite a bit. Just this house, I've got a couple major remodels I'm finishing, and then I'm out of here. So, and it'll be quick. Housing in Utah right now is out of control. So finding a house in my price range that meets my criteria is kind of a hard one, but I'm sure we'll do it. I do not play Fortnite, but my children do. I don't get Fortnite. I'm like, the only video game I actually play is called World of Tanks, and I'll probably start doing some live streams where I chit chat while I'm playing World of Tanks, because people seem to want to talk about World of Tanks with me occasionally, especially on Facebook. So that's the other thing I'll bring up. Yes, to answer that question, 3D printers. Once you get one and you learn how to draw, getting a 3D printer is easy, okay? Learning how to draw the parts you make is the hard part. But once you get one, I make stuff for myself all the time, constantly. If I need something, I just make it if I can. Constantly being asked to make things for my friends and customers, and so if you're interested in that, I would say learn how to use Fusion 360 or some of the other free software, and then get your 3D printer, start printing out your products. Yep, they work great for that. They work absolutely great for that. I have Steam. They play on Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I use Steam, but they're more of the console players. I'm old school. I use PCs. No, they haven't. They've been avoiding me like the plague, which is exactly what I wanted. No, I'm not. We were just going through some of the tools that I use to make my videos with, and this will be an actual video. And then I'm creating this series, which is going to be where I bring up a topic and I go through it, and then it'll be live chat after that, and that way we can answer a lot of questions because I get asked the same questions over and over and over and over and over and over. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm covering all the bases. The other thing that I have to say is if you guys are on Facebook, you can follow me. It's Derek Jones YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'll put those links down below. It's Legion 999 5 nines behind it, so Legion 9999. Strava, it's Derek Jones. So those are the other. Did you give me a thumbs down, fisted waffle? That's kind of mean. um, Imagine Wagons. Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. They're part of the reason. They're not the only reason. I'm moving because I need a newer, bigger house. Yeah, I watch basketball, wrestling, MMA, a little bit of baseball, that kind of stuff. Not much of a football fan unless it's the Lions playing. So, anyway, how are your guys' channels doing? That's what I want to know. Whose channel's going up, and what kind of content are you doing? That's what I'd like to know. You got nothing? Well, it's time for you to put a hobby on YouTube. I don't watch anime. I used to watch Robotech when I was a kid, which I loved. I don't even have TV at all. We have, in fact, I got rid of Netflix because we don't have time. I'd rather be out doing something, or building something, or working on something than watch TV. And so, there you go. Well, that's a great way to go. Oh, very cool. Sports on your YouTube channel. It is. That is the case. The videos I hate the most have done the best, and that's always been the case. When I first got going, one of my first videos was boys' first time with paintball, and it was shot with an old Android, and it was just terrible, and it was my first video that actually did anything, and so it's kind of weird. You spend all this time planning out a video, planning out shots, making sure you get every inch of it. Nobody watches it. You do a video where you're falling out of your car, filming something that you hate, and it goes crazy. So, who knows? Well, I have a TV. We don't have like television channels. We don't have anything like that. Nothing. We don't have TV. We don't have cable TV. We don't have public TV. We have TVs, and we hook them up to our console, and we occasionally watch movies. Oh, very cool. Sirius XM? Nice. Oh, well, I'll tell you this. You're going to get, no matter what you do, YouTube is full of trolls. Absolutely full of trolls. And angry people that are not happy with their life want to bring everybody else down. So you just make your channel, you do your content, and if they hate you, they hate you. And it's the same thing I tell everybody. If you don't like me, there's a million other channels. Hit the road. I don't care. I do this for fun, and I certainly am. I don't put up with any bullshit from anybody. If you're a dick, I don't have time for you. Hit the road. And that's the advice I'd give to anybody YouTubing. You know, do what you enjoy. People will follow it, and don't care, because you're not going to make everybody happy. And a lot of people aren't going to like you just because they don't like you. That's pure and simple. There's people that do not like me because they just don't like me, and that's their business. And the great thing about that is when somebody doesn't like you, they're investing energy into you, and you're not investing any energy into them. So they're going to be annoying forever. They're annoying people. I do more 3D printing, but that's probably moving to a whole new channel. That's the Jones Machine Works channel that is going to start taking off. I haven't started putting up videos yet because I've been so busy with this house. But a lot of the projects, the CAD work, the 3D printing, the tutorials, the reviews, that'll all be at Jones Machine Works. So, oh yeah, I get so many negative comments. You get threats, you get insults, and if you have a thin skin, and they get to me, they do get to me. I don't know what's going on. My hay fever's killing me today, but you just can't let them get to you. I don't even care. I actually think it's funny now. I'm like, you don't like me, but you're here at my channel talking crap. So, okay, you're giving me views and watch time, so knock yourself out. You know, I mean, so the problem is with a 3D printer to make sunglasses. This is easy. The lenses are not. You still end up buying the lenses. And when you're talking about glasses, like these were $10 at Smith's, $10, and I absolutely love them. So by the time you design these, CAD them out, print them, get them sized right, get lenses to them, get the hardware to put them together, it's cheaper just to go buy a $10 set of Chinese sunglasses. And as sad as that is, but it is the truth. And so I don't. The 3D printing is something that, like, if you're building something special, that's where 3D printing becomes super valuable, because most everyday items are built so cheap and mass produced that you can't 3D print them at the same cost or even close. But where a 3D printer really excels is if you have a specialty item. I need a certain tool for this. I need this part that they don't make anymore. Oh, I need an adapter for this. That's where 3D printing completely dominates. Oh, I know. I have a couple of those. I have one guy who hates everything I do, puts negatives on every video, follows everything, and I'm pretty sure it's the neighbor. But I don't care. Whatever, you know. Yeah, I'm living in his head rent free. That's fabulous. So I got bigger things to worry about. So I don't. You just can't care what people think about you. It only does you damage. I haven't. My kids were talking about. You can order them online at GearBest. Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty friendly. I don't know the Logan Paul. I don't watch any of that stuff. So I don't even have a clue. My boys know about it. They follow that kind of stuff. I'm not. I would say whoever has a background in MMA or wrestling will probably have an edge, but I don't know those guys, so I don't know. I don't. I'm not into the entertainment side of YouTube. I follow a lot of the build stuff, some of the metal detecting. I love. There's a channel I watch called Deep Digger Dan that I think is fantastic, and I love Aqua Jigger. He does metal detecting on Civil War. And Troyden, I don't know who that is. I don't I don't have that much time, so usually I only watch one or two videos when I get a spare minute or if somebody else is driving. So I'm not, as much as I like broadcasting on YouTube, I don't watch that much YouTube because I'm pretty busy most of the time. I try not to be rude to anybody unless they're rude to me first. Well, we do a lot of Q&A, and you can ask any questions you want right now. So anyway, that's where we're at. I have no idea what any of that is. I mean, breaking out of jail sounds like a terrible idea. I'm not going to do a house tour of this house right now because it's torn up. We're rebuilding it, and it just looks terrible. In fact, that's why I'm broadcasting in this room. My ex-wife decorated this room like 20 years ago, and I just don't have time to change it. That's why it has this wonderful trim around here. So, I'm not a fan of the Lakers at all. So I think it's a good move for them to pick up LeBron. But I don't really like teams that buy their titles. I mean, I like teams that kind of blow themselves up and build it up and get better. So I'm not a Lakers fan. My social media is Derek Jones on Instagram. It's Legion9999. So, and the links are in my. If you go to my profile, the links are in the corner. On Facebook, it's Derek Jones YouTube. And please like this video if you're on here chatting with me right now. It helps me a lot. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. And I'd love to see you guys come over to the Facebook side. I'll be doing a lot more content on Facebook as well. Yes, they are. They've been staying out of my business. And they stare me down, but that's about it. So, no, I don't have any plants. I can't keep plants alive. I love plants, but I can't keep them alive. I am a Lions fan. Yeah. I appreciate that, Cool Kid 240. That helps me. I really do. So, if you haven't liked, give me a like. Unless you hate me, then you can give me a negative. In which case, I don't care. I don't trade cards. I don't. I have a box full of cards from the 90s, and they've sat in that box since the 90s. My boys collect Pokemon cards and something else. Appreciate it. It helps me a ton. Make a Tinder. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't see myself making a Tinder anytime soon. I'm still trying to work things out with the girl I've been dating, and that's not going very well. So we'll see what happens. I'm 43. Thanks, Primal Harmer, and thank you, Stephen Hambrook. I appreciate that. And so, $15 one like. I don't have that kind of money. It's not worth it to me. So anyway, this is the first episode of this. There'll be more of these where I go through what we're doing, open chat, a topic with open chat, and then it will dissolve into Q&A. And that's absolutely open to whatever questions people want to ask. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.